Hey everyone, I'm Connor and welcome to my channel, The Closet. If it's your first time here on my channel, I like to talk about all things luxury. So if that's something you're into, I would love it if you could subscribe and hit the bell button. And if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about frequently asked questions that people have for YouTubers, and I popped this poll up on my Instagram account story, The Closet by Connor. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, head over there and give it a follow. But basically, when I put this up on my story, it was coming off the cuff of always just getting messages just from friends and people in passing when I talk about like YouTube and my YouTube channel, and I always get the kind of same questions. And if you do have a YouTube channel, you're probably familiar with these questions as well. So I thought I'll pop them all in a video, and then, you know, when people want to ask the questions, I'll be like, go watch the video. But I've done some pre-recording for 2022, and I'm pretty sure that this will be the first video on my channel for 2022, so you're welcome. So I've got all the questions on my phone from the Instagram story I did, so I'm just going to read through them just in order. So the first question is, how much equipment do you really need? I've always thought about being a YouTuber. That's a great question, and you really don't need anything. I think you just need to have the right setup, and that could be having the right spot in your home where you get a lot of natural light, or a quiet place in your home where you can talk and you're not going to be interrupted. And once you have that, the only thing you really need is to have a camera, whether it be like a normal digital camera or your iPhone. You need to have good lighting. So I know some YouTubers are able to have a spot where they film where it's right in front of a window and they get like the benefit of natural lighting. But I don't really have that in my place. All the spots where there's natural lighting, it's like on the opposite side of the room where what you would be seeing at the back would not be good. So I use a ring light. I prefer a ring light because it kind of, you know, does you a lot of favors, and it's a lot easier to just manufacture the lighting versus, you know, can't film today, it's overcast, all the lighting's shitty, whatever. So I prefer to have a ring light, but they're not expensive. They're like $100. So you don't need much. All you need is a camera, good lighting, and a good spot in your house to film. You also need to make sure that the audio comes out clear. So I used to film on an iPhone, and that was fine, but I noticed that the quality wasn't as good as the camera that I'm filming on now. So I have a Sony, I can't remember what it's called, Sony ZV-1. I'll pop it down in the description, the exact camera, and it's a made for vlogging camera. It has the viewfinder, so there's like a screen that I can look at while I'm speaking, and I can look right into the lens of the camera, so it doesn't look like I'm like talking elsewhere. I remember with my iPhone, I used to like look not at the camera, I'd look at the opposite side of the phone, and people would always say, I don't like how you're not making eye contact. And then I didn't realize until I watched back the videos, and I was like, oh yeah, that's really distracting. So because there's a viewfinder, if I want to look at something, I can look there, but then most of the time I'm looking straight into the camera. It's also just more designed for kind of filming YouTube videos and blogging, so the quality is really good, the audio is really good, the camera is really compact, so if I do want to take it out in public, it's easy to do so. And it has the microphone that's built into it has like a wind muff thing on it, so it knows that when you're talking and there's like wind and background noise, it knows to kind of isolate that out and then just focus on the person in front of it. You can change, like you can defocus the background like I have, so it's a bit blurry. And it's just got a lot of features that are kind of needed for vlogging or for doing YouTube videos. The iPhone was good, but I did find that I needed my like, unless you have two phones, I found that I needed my phone a lot for videos if I wanted to quickly look up something in between like takes or whatever. So I just found it a lot easier having my own camera. If you're starting off a channel, I would suggest using your phone first and then working your way up. I didn't purchase this camera until my YouTube account became monetized, so that's the reason why I could invest it. But yeah, apart from that, I would just start off with good spot in the house, your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever you film on, and then just good lighting. All right, so the next question is, how do you edit your videos? What's the software you use, the process, etc.? So basically it's very simple. I will film on my camera. Once I finish filming, I will take the memory card out, plug it into my MacBook, and then I'll upload all of the videos onto iMovie. So I do all of my editing with iMovie. I find it really easy, very simple, and there's so much information out on YouTube, funnily enough, or on the internet. If you want to know how to do something, you just ask the internet and it'll tell you. So because iMovie obviously is a very popular product, there's always tutorials and there's so many things out there that help. But I just find iMovie to be very user-friendly, especially if you're an Apple user. It's just all very easy. Also, sometimes if you do film some videos, like when I was doing Vlogmas, I would do like some videos on my vlogging camera, some on my iPhone if I happen to not have my camera, and you can just add it all into iMovie and it's a lot more seamless. But the editing part of YouTubing is what takes up the most time. You can film a video in 20 minutes, half an hour, and then spend anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours editing it. And it's all about finding the images, putting the description in, like splicing up the video. If you're somebody who films one continuous video and then you like to edit it later on the computer, that's where a lot of the time comes from. I personally will film in segments because I find it keeps me on task and keeps me focused a lot more. And then if I think that I'm going on a tangent, I'll just stop and I'll just start again. So yeah, but the editing process is very simple now because there's so many different programs that you can use and there's always information out there that can help. But yeah. Okay, the next question, do you feel pressure to keep up with other YouTubers' shopping habits? No, I don't. And I know that you can get into that habit, I guess, of like keeping up with the Joneses and, this person's doing an unboxing this time, so you've got to do one. And if you're in this kind of luxury YouTubing community, it's a well-known fact that if you do luxury unboxings and if you do product reveals and if you're purchasing hard-to-get items from like a Chanel collection or a Louis Vuitton collection, or if you have a Birkin unboxing or something like that, you're going to rake in the views, and that's just a known fact. It's not a secret. And yeah, of course, it's, if you had all the money in the world, you would be doing those things, I guess, if you wanted to. But I don't really feel that pressure because I don't think a lot of my channel is based around what I'm showing. It's more about how I'm talking about things and how I don't know, explain things. And that's what a lot of the feedback I've gotten from people in the comments or people who've like reached out to me off YouTube. So no, I don't feel that pressure. And I think it's great. Like, I think it's great that there's so much content out there, and I love watching unboxings. I love watching people's unboxings, and that's what keeps it exciting. But all in all, no, I don't feel a pressure to kind of keep up with things. I run my own race. And if I want to buy something, I'll buy it. And, it is what it is. Okay, so the next question is the question I get asked the most, and I think a lot of YouTubers get asked this question the most as well, and that is, how do you get paid? What is the process around earning money through YouTube? Can you explain it? Absolutely. So basically, if you have a YouTube channel, to be eligible to earn any money from your videos, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you also have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. Once you have got both of those things, you meet a certain criteria and you can apply to YouTube to have your account monetized. Once you apply, they will make sure that your account is not something that has hate speech or misinformation, or it's just not content that is worthy of being advertised, paying to be advertised, you know what I mean? And once that's approved, then your account will become eligible to earn money through YouTube. Basically how it works is Google own YouTube, and Google have a AdSense program where they basically market your videos or other people's videos to advertisers, and depending on the content you talk about, depending on your demographic of people that watch your channel and your level of subscribers and all of those things that make up your channel, they will offer a price to advertisers of the real estate, essentially, of what your video is worth. So say for example, there's me, I have a luxury YouTube channel where I talk about bags and all those sorts of things like that. And my demographic is women who are aged 25 to 45 or 35 to 45. I think that's actually my demographic, 35 to 45. And they live predominantly in America, which is actually true. So they will give that information to marketing agencies or advertising agencies, and they say, hey, we have this YouTuber, this is his demographic, these are his videos, he's got this many subscribers, his videos to advertise on are worth maybe $1, for example. They go, yep, sweet. So they're paying $1 per ad that they put in my videos to YouTube, and then YouTube then take a cut off that, and then they pay me the rest. Basically, it's incredibly hard to calculate. I couldn't tell you what I get per view because there's so many characteristics and variables that go into that. But the first paycheck that I ever got from YouTube after I met the criteria, from memory, it was about 120 Australian dollars, and then it's gone up every month after that. And that's because the more videos you put out, you get more subscribers. The more subscribers you have, the more YouTube is willing to pay you or pay that real estate for your videos to generate income. Like, it all contributes to the subscribers and the amount of views. So there's this, mutual relationship between the subscribers and the views. So you'll see YouTubers who have 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, and then they have videos where they're getting 10,000 views on a video, and they're going to make a lot more than a video that I put out that gets 30,000 views because I don't have the 30,000 subscriber mark. So that's kind of how it works. And then you get paid on a monthly basis, and it just goes into your bank account. So, it's no no secret, but you do need to meet that criteria. And yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention that the content you talk about also heavily depicts the price that you get for your videos. And I know that technology and automotive, I'm pretty sure, earn the most money versus luxury products like what I talk about, because I'm assuming the market is just a lot bigger, and technology, I know for myself, the things I review on YouTube the most is like, is this fridge good? Is this washing machine good? Reviews on this camera, blah, blah, blah. So you can imagine, because technology's changed, forever changing so quickly, people are always posting about, what the tech specs are, blah, blah, blah. So that is probably why. Damn, I'm in the wrong, in the wrong YouTube genre. Okay, the next question is, does it intervene in your personal life? Not really. I mean, YouTube for me obviously is a hobby. I have a full-time job, I run a business, and YouTube is my discretionary time that I use to film videos, so it doesn't interfere with my life. If I don't have time to make a video in a week, then I don't have time to do the video, and then I just don't make it. So I kind of have a good relationship. I'm never, up at 1 AM trying to fit in a video or forcing something to talk about to make a video. I generally like to talk about things that I'm passionate about, or that I know about, or that I want to talk about. It's never forced, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, it doesn't interfere with my life at all. And the last question I got was, how do you deal with mean comments and trolls? Well, fortunately, I don't get that many. Generally, the people who watch my channel actually like watching it, so they're not gonna just write mean stuff. But I have gotten a few comments in the past that were a bit unnecessary. And generally, when people write mean stuff, it's because I've mispronounced a word. They don't like that I'm talking about luxury items and pronouncing French names incorrectly. Bit of a sneak peek, but I'm not actually French, I'm Australian, and linguistically I cannot always pronounce words as if they are, as if I'm speaking French. So sorry to break everyone's heart, but if I was perfect, I would just be, unstoppable. But, it is what it is. If you've got time to write, unproductive comments on people's videos, go for gold, but I'll just kill you with kindness. Thanks so much for watching my first video of 2022, everyone. If you have any more questions or things you think I've missed, please pop it down in the comments below. But here is to a safe and happy new year, and I hope that everyone is keeping well, and I will see you very shortly. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.